everybody, and welcome to Let's Look at Potatoman Seeks the Troof. Welcome to Earth, Potatoman. Yeah, have a seat. We're going to be here for a while. So this is a new game, a small game from the guys at Pixel Jam. So these are the guys who made Dino Run SE, Gamma Bros, stuff like that. I know a lot of people were really into Dino Run. I think that's the game with the biggest pedigree from the guys at Pixel Jam. Anyway, like Dino Run and unlike Dino Run, this is a platformer. Not really a puzzle platform. It's almost like the easiest way to describe this, and I don't use this comparison lightly, is that it's almost a mixture of like a Meat Boy and a VVV. The game sort of evolves as you play it, and the game is fairly short, so we're going to see probably quite a lot of it here, but I'm just going to get started here. So we are basically playing as Potato Man here, not Mr. Potato Man, which would probably invoke some kind of copyright errors or copyright problems, and the only thing we can do is move left to right and jump. So it's again the same kind of simplicity that made games like VVV and Super Meat Boy work so well. And our whole goal here is just going to be to get to the end of every single level. And this is almost like not just... That was a terrible jump there. Is this thing going to pop up? Yes, it is. Not just those comparisons are accurate, like those two games that I mentioned earlier, but also think about games like almost like I Want to Be the Guy or something like that, or the Impossible Platformer, where there's a few things that'll definitely mess you up. This is a game that's substantially difficult. I'm having a hard time kind of explaining what's going on here because I absolutely have to focus. And of course, the negative thing here is that sometimes... Oh, did we just run through this one? After playing the game, a little bit of the surprise is already gone, so like I know what's gonna happen. But trust me, things are still gonna get difficult. There's a degree of like conceptual difficulty and just figuring out what the problem is, but there's also a degree of execution difficulty as well, and just making it happen. So there's a few levels here. I believe there's 5 levels, but it's kind of a misnomer because the 5th level is extraordinarily long compared to the levels that go before it. So we started in the desert, now we are going to the forest, and this is where things really start to get pretty goddamn difficult, because we're going to be dealing with these birds that constantly drop eggs. So it is like I mentioned in relation to Dino Run, it is kind of like a left to right moving difficult platforming game, kind of in that same vein, and it's only left to right for a little while. It's not left to right forever. I'm trying not to spoil all of the surprise that comes innately with playing Potato Man. So I played this last night. I got the copy of the game over the holidays from Pixel Jam, and I didn't get a chance to play it earlier, mostly because this sounds a little offensive, but I was like, oh, it's not coming out on Steam, then herp the derp, who cares, right? Like, just total elitist, oh, god damn it, elitist nonsense. But then, you know, basically there's nothing new coming out, so I figured, you know, I might as well check this out. I enjoyed Dino Run when I played it. This is making my brain hurt. It's okay, just sneak through! Oh, god damn it. So every time we die, you can see our life counter up there in the top. I don't like this at all. Oh, there's another one. So we're down to 6 lives now. The checkpoints are pretty frequent. That's the one saving grace that we have here. It's okay, just hold the fort, Potato Man. You'll be fine. There we go, just keep moving. We might have even reached another checkpoint there. So these eggs, we can step on them, but if we get hit by them, without, like, our foot touching them, we're gonna die. These goddamn monkeys just throw bananas. No monkeys, the truth is not bananas. Oh, Lord. Okay, we're gonna try that again. So we wanna... Oh! Okay, this is actually proving harder than the first time I did this level, I think. The eggs are coming fast and furious here. Come on, Potato Man, you can do this. We've done it before, my friend. Oh, Jesus Christ. Don't lose now. You gotta go back and do the whole level again. Okay, so we're gonna sneak under this. I know it sounds crazy, but it might just work. Okay, there we go. Watch out for Troof's bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. Oh my god! I'm so close to the end. That other Potato Man represents the end here. Okay, just walk backwards. There we go. Sneak under. Troof's bananas. Yes, I know. Monkey brains wiser. Contemplate bananas. So the whole purpose of the game... Oh, Jesus Christ. Maybe purpose is the wrong way. There we go. We're going to the city now. If I could just make it... Oh, come on! I was right at the end! Anyway, we'll do that over again now that I know the secret. We're going to go back. We can choose which level we want to go to there. We can go desert or forest, but we're just going to go this way. So there is an element of memorization that goes on here, even though the enemies, like dropping those eggs, I believe are randomly or procedurally generated. Like, they have patterns, but the actual, like, placement of them is variable. Although the behavior that they have is set, which is what makes it, you know, possible to proceed. Otherwise, it would be goddamn difficult. Ah, this fucking nut just got me. By the way, I should mention that every level, you get more and more lives to mess up. So on this one, We don't really have that many. We only have like 8 or something, which is actually fairly substantial, but it's certainly not enough to just fuck up as much as I did. Okay, let's fit through here. We know the secret here. This is where things get a little tricky. Just get up! Okay, Potato Man. As you can see, the levels are actually really short. You know, once you actually get through them. But it's kind of difficult, and I keep saying, because 90% of my brain is just dedicated to getting through the obstacles presented to me. That was fairly close. Yes, we're back at the banana section. I was so close to the end of this one. I just gotta remember. Oh! Okay, that's. Oh! I didn't even see that egg. I thought it was just a shell. I think my microphone's too close. Looks like it's getting some clipping here. I apologize for that. You know, I'm not playing Slender. These are genuine reactions, though. And this is how I felt when I played Potatoman last. God damn it. When I played Potatoman last night, like I was just sitting here, booted it up, figured, you know, we'll play the game for like 10 or 15 minutes, see what's up with that, see if it's suitable for the channel. I ended up sitting down and playing it for like an hour and 15 minutes, and enjoying the bejesus out of it. Come on, just don't get hit by the eggs this time. This is so not fair, those birds were so close. Okay, we made it. Yeah, just sitting it down, playing it through in a single sitting, and the whole time just like, constantly being like, this is really fun. Like, this is a game that is a huge surprise for me. I hope that some of that joy is kind of coming across in the video right here. The real joy of the game, and it's unfortunate that that's something that's very difficult to show off in a video like this, is the kind of experimentation and the sense of discovery that comes from realizing how enemies behave. This is one of the more difficult levels, as you might expect. Yeah, that sense of discovery from figuring out how enemies behave, and that sense of being like, oh, I've got the perfect jump, oh, never mind, enemies don't behave. Or these enemies don't behave that way. Alright, I got run over by the car, but I got fairly far in that level anyway. It's okay, I think, anyway. Just keep moving. Oh, come on, I could have planked on that car. It's alright, just keep going. I've heard about Troof, can I use it to attract ladies? Oh, jump! Oh, okay, we made it. No, you cannot use it to attract ladies. Now, this is where this level gets difficult. So, now we have to deal with these goddamn sharks. Who are the most annoying thing ever, and I only have 3 lives to get past them. That's going to be very difficult. I wonder if I want to go under the shark. Oh, you do want to go under the shark. That makes it easier. I've discovered the truth. Jump to my death. We can make this jump. It's kind of close, though. Oh, and I just fell to my death because I'm an idiot. Okay, come on, negative sharks. You think your disrespect for gravity amuses me? Because it doesn't. Okay, keep going. There we go, that was pretty close, but we made it. I almost went there, but then I got cold feet. Ah, I touched the shark fin. Okay, we're gonna try this again. The reason I'm gonna keep persevering here is not to be like, oh, this is Northernlion rage through fucking Pixel Jam, Potatoman seeks the truth. I'm not into that sort of thing. But I do want to show off where this game makes kind of a very marked turn in its gameplay. It doesn't necessarily switch from, you know, action platform to puzzle platform or anything like that, but it does get a way more VVV-ish, which is a sentence that, or an adjective that really doesn't make any sense in my brain. Oh, come on. At least I made it further than the last time on the first attempt. VVV-ish. Wait, that was too many V's! Okay, we barely made it there. That truck was a big stopping point for me earlier. So we're just gonna go when this one's at its height. And this one, there we go. Okay, that was pretty close. Aw, buddy, come on. You could have just told me the truth. Saved me a lot of trouble. Okay, that was again close. Now all we gotta do is plank on this one in the middle. Easier said than done. Oh, I was so close. Okay, come on. There we go. And then we just go like this, and that might be the end of this level. Come on, Mr. Alien, get out of here. Don't F with me. I played Tales from Space, Mutant Blobs Attack. Okay, it beams us aboard its ship. Now, this is, by the way, I haven't even mentioned, like, aesthetically, I absolutely love the visuals in this game. It looks a lot like Dino Run. But it also has kind of like a pseudo 3D effect to it. Oh, that was terrible. Which is really neat. And the music is, like, surprisingly good for a game this small. I should mention, by the way, that was terrible, too. The pricing model of this game. So this is, kind of being offered in a weird sort of bundle from Pixel Jam. So you can buy the game itself for $3, and I should point out that $3 is not getting you a whole lot of gameplay in the traditional, like, time versus dollars spent. Like, again, this is gonna be like $3 for an hour of play, which, quite frankly, I think is adequate value. This is a hard part. It's much harder than it looks, I promise you. Yes, quite frankly, I think that's adequate value, but a lot of people seem to think that, you know, for games, $3 should get you like 50 hours of gameplay. So for those people, this probably is not what you were looking for. But you can also pick it up in a more, perhaps, cost-effective... Oh, that was bad. A more cost-effective bundle form, where you can get this plus 2 more Pixel Jam games for $5, or like this plus 7 more Pixel Jam games for $8, or this plus all of Pixel Jam's games ever, I think, for $10. I'm pretty sure I got the pricing at least reasonably correct there. But I'm not reviewing the other Pixel Jam games. I'm just reviewing, or first impressionsing, Potatoman Seeks the Troof. And I mean, I know it's only January 4th when I'm recording this. It'll probably go up on like the 6th or the 5th or something. But Potatoman Seeks the Troof is like definitely the most fun experience I've had with a game in 2013 so far. It is just consistently surprising and really, really fun to play, really satisfying. This is the second to last level, but again, that is kind of a misnomer, because the 5th level is much more sprawling than the ones that come before it. Okay, we're gonna make this happen. I did this one. This level is very difficult. Every level, as you might expect, ramps up in difficulty substantially compared to the ones that have come before it. So I think that's gonna be the end of our life there. But we should be able to possibly make this work. I don't want to show off the 5th level, because really, probably 50% of the game resides in the 5th and final level. That was terrible. But I do want to at least get there and explain why this game is, you know, like a transformer more than meets the eye, at least right now. But I should point out, even if the game was just this, I still think it would be worth the money. I think this is one of the most fun platformers, despite its short length, that I've played in quite a long time. Alright, this is a tricky part. There we go. Now we're just going to sneak by here, and then we're just going to stand here, and we should be okay. It's all about memorizing the patterns, learning where to stand. Okay, now this part is pretty tricky in its own right as well. Just jump over that one, then run for your goddamn life. Oh, I was so close. You got to tuck into the left after that one. But I think we did gain some more lives, if I'm not mistaken, from getting past that most recent section. Oh, I missed. No, that's okay. I don't think we want to touch that snake. So that's okay, I survived that. Now I think we have to deal with these goddamn bats. These are the most annoying enemies in the game. This is where you really learn that there is a very light jump if you just tap the button. This is maybe the hardest part in the whole game for me right here. Getting these bats away. Ah! I can't explain it. These bats, they change their patterns based on your pattern. But it's very difficult to kind of sort... Oh, how did it even touch me there? I didn't realize they could go that low. It's very difficult to sort it out. This game is actually genuinely terrifying sometimes. While playing it, there were lots of like, oh shit, I'm dead moments, where I did, as you might expect, just kind of, you know, make some reactions like the ones you may have heard in this video. So I'm just gonna keep going back and forth. This is just to create like some weird kind of build-up of bats, so that at some point I should be able to fit under... There we go. Oh, come on, how'd you touch me? That's the first time I made that jump. Deliberately, the first time I made it was just purely based on luck. This, believe me, this is the part of the game where I can most say it's harder than it looks. Everything else is pretty straightforward. Oh, we've got to continue moving to the right. I think that's how that works. Okay, I really don't want to have to replay the whole level again. Although I can, that's the thing, is that like in... That was terrible. Like in Super Meat Boy, well, not really Super Meat Boy, I guess. Like in VVV, it becomes more simple the more you do it. Like, the progress that you make and the skill that you gain at the game definitely grows very quickly. So the stuff that seemed very difficult is going to be very, very easy as you move onwards and onwards. Okay, so what we have to do here, bunch up the bats, look for the right time, which is like right now. Oh, never mind. Looks like we're gonna have to redo the whole level again. And the levels themselves are really short. Like, the desert level, as you saw, was only like a minute and a half. Or less, if you know what you're doing. But the game certainly ramps up in difficulty very quickly. Okay, so just play it cool here. That's not how Fonzie does it. Okay, so we're gonna stand here, rush in. You seriously have to be not quite pixel perfect, but pixel jam perfect. That was not good either. In order to make this work. Hopefully, by now you are seeing where the Meat Boy comparisons kind of come from. So we're gonna stand here now. Just don't F this one up as much, and I should be in a much better position than I was earlier with respect to lives, or at least confidence. Okay, let these guys go. Lump of coal, range scales, or damage scales with your range. I know this part now. We're just gonna jump over, but continue moving, and then we're gonna turn to the left and get in here to avoid taking any fall damage. The snake can S on my D, and we're gonna get back to backcountry. Sadly, we have to stop here, even though it's backcountry, just to get some kind of possible modicum of success here. Okay, just continue moving forwards. That was maybe my window right there. Oh, that one guy just came in a little bit too low. These bats are serious. Like, once we get rid of these bats and get past this area of the game, things are actually, for the first time, going to ease up just a little bit. And things will get a little bit crazy. So just move slightly. Oh, god damn it. Here's the thing. The reason you might think I'm just terrible at this game, and that might be true. If you stand still, they kind of enter a certain equilibrium, and obviously I can't make this jump. By the way, this game has the awesomest, like, idle animations. Like, if I just don't touch the keyboard, Potato Boy does some cool stuff. He'll do some dancing, does the YMCA, sometimes he'll just take a seat. Anyway. So, as you saw, if I just stand still, there's no way for me to get in there. As far as I know, anyway. What I have to do is just kind of have way more balls than I do, and create, like, a gap like this, and then just constantly move to the right. I can't believe this may actually work for once. Okay. There we go. Round is Troof. I don't know about that. So we're just gonna do some we're just gonna do some standard. Jesus, be careful, man. This is the easiest part of the game by far. Just gonna do some standard jumping puzzles here as I try to get to the top of this cave. This might actually be the end of this level. Oh, no it's not. I remember this part now. This part is also, as you might expect, incredibly damn difficult. Has a tendency to pretty much broke my brain the first time I got through here. Because you're just not even focusing. I gotta shut up for a second. This is some serious business. Okay. Pretty good so far. Alright, we made it. I kind of did not expect that. I think that's the end of the level then. Yes. This guy's gonna tell me there is no Troof. Just kidding. And then he's going to go on some kind of metaphysical tirade. The Troof is the ever-present and infinite unfolding of all things that ever were or will be. Yet the illusion of floor prevents us from this simple realization of blah, blue, blah. Your conscious mind is vine-bronging with jibber-jubers and interconnected potato-ness. Open your mind and blank, surrender to blah, blah, etc., etc. If we just throw ourselves to our death here, we will enter the 5th level of the game. And this is where things really open up. So previously, we've just been trying to move left to right in order to complete levels. Now we kind of almost have like one level that is Metroidvania style, and the music on this level is dope as hell. Also, there are some substantially difficult kind of jumping puzzles here. That was not one of them. I think we've got to collect 6 of those. But you will see some, I promise you that. We're just going to collect a couple of them because I don't want to spoil too much of the surprise. This is the last level of the game. But if you're thinking, oh, no! If you, we continue to keep that, like, prison that we got earlier, by the way. But if you think that you're gonna beat the game in 20 minutes, that is absolutely not true. This level is very, very difficult in its own right, and you have to collect, whoa, you have to collect all of the, pyramids. I don't even know the correct geometrical term for them, but, you have to collect all of the pyramids on your, like, one life, basically. Well, not one life, but one continue for, you know, if we're gonna use Super Nintendo terminology here. Which usually, you know, every time you get a pyramid, I think you gain an extra few lives, so it's not impossible by any stretch of the imagination. But it did take me probably a half hour, but it was a joy to do. Can't get that pyramid yet, but, oh! Yes, it was a joy to do because this level, it really opens up. It kind of changes the scope of the game. It's really interesting. So maybe we'll get one more pyramid, and then we'll call it quits because, again, I don't want to spoil everything about Potatoman Seeks the Troof. That's always the difficulty about playing very short games like this, is that you want to show off as much as you can, but you don't want, that was very close, to actually ruin the game for other people. And this is really, like, this level here is where most of the joy in Potatoman comes from. But there's no shortage, I almost said shortness, there's no shortage of joy in Potatoman, as you can see by him doing his sweet little stretches and dances there. This is Potatoman Seeks the Troof from Pixel Jam Games. It's a very short game. It's probably going to take you, you know, an hour and 10 minutes maybe. Breakdancing potato, though. There's not much of a story to speak of, but the game does try to get a little bit narrative-y, you know, throughout and towards the end. But mainly, this is just a very solid, very fun, and kind of joyful platformer that is reminiscent of a much lighter version of Super Meat Boy and VVV. I would definitely recommend checking it out. You know, if I recommend Jotto Bots for $1, I definitely think Potatoman Seeks the Troof is worth $3. And I would advise, if you're a fan of the games that I've mentioned throughout the video, to absolutely check this out. I had a lot of fun with it. We're only like half a week in, but this has absolutely been my most fun gaming experience of 2013 so far. So take that for what it's worth. You know, maybe sacrifice your Starbucks venti chai tea latte tomorrow and pick up Potatoman Seeks the Troof instead. As always, I will put a link to the game in the video description if you want to check it out or pick it up. And, as always, I will see you guys next time, and thank you for watching.